What's up, guys? Rob Ryan here. Tonight we're doing something very fun. We are going out to see count them, two solo shows. We're going to go see Sam Morrison's play Sugar Daddy, and we're going to go watch Gabe Mollica's show Solo, both playing at the Soho Playhouse. When you are doing something creative, and if it's bold for you and it's a little bit out there and you're not sure exactly how to do it just yet, just go watch other people do it. Watch your peers. See the people that you like, that you trust. See them in their element. There's going to be things that they do that you're like, I love that, I want to do that. There's going to be things that they do where you go, I don't want to do that, I'm going to avoid that. It's all great, and plus you're supporting art, you're supporting live comedy, live performances, everything. You're supporting your friends, your colleagues. These are people that you can learn from, and these are people that can learn from you. You can help them, they can help you. That's all part of it. It's all support. This is a community, even if you're doing a solo show. So we're gonna go check it out. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Thank you so
brother.
much,
I'm glad
Gabe.
you came back. When people come back, I'm very honored.
I'm just trying to put out some videos to show people who might be in the process of trying to put up a show of theirs, of their own. I'm going through this process currently. Gabe has already successfully navigated it for some time. I just wanted to take people along on the journey. There are a few better people in the city right now to talk to than you, who are just right in the midst of this.
Yeah.
So this is my second time seeing Solo. I did not see it that long ago, and I was just really blown away by actually how many changes there actually had been.
Tons.
I just heard someone say earlier, hey, has it changed a lot since Edinburgh? I'm like, dude, it changed a lot since 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
I invested in the stock market so I would have things to talk to guys about.
So I've been working on the show. Truly, I did it for the first time 4 years ago, last week. So it's been a really long process. It started out, it was real bad. I used to take my pants off at the end. It was like a whole thing. I did it in Edinburgh in 2019 for nobody. Nobody showed up, no press, nothing. And after that, I was like, I need to start working with a director, or at least somebody, I need to collaborate.
Yeah.
So I started collaborating and doing one-on-one sessions with a man named Greg Wallach, who's a Moth storyteller, and he's the director, the stage director of Hassan Minhaj, Homecoming King, all the way from Off Broadway to Netflix. So he's very accomplished, and more than his accomplishments, an incredible collaborator, wants to work on the show, won't say, hey, these are the problems, let's fix them.
Yeah.
Will wait for me to say, I want to talk about this section, and then he'll just start fixing stuff. And once we establish that, then we start working together. And for a long time, he was not my director. He was just a guy I would do a Zoom session with. You have a session, he has a website, anybody can do it. and he's worked with famous people, he's worked with people who are new to comedy, people who are transitioning careers, whatever.
Right.
And so in this latest 6-week run, he came on to be my director. It's a big financial commitment, it's like a whole thing.
Wow.
And that becomes now, it's no longer hourly, you kind of get his time. And from there, he saw the show every night for 2 weeks in a row. And by the end of those 2 weeks, it was small changes at first, and then by show 7 or 8, we were like, big change. Here it is. This is the emotional moment. Like, if you notice at the climax now, I get mad.
Dude,
But the last time you saw it, I did not get mad.
Stage gets
it gets
red.
dark. We really turn up literally a knob
Yeah.
on the drama of it. Neil Brennan came to see the show.
Oh,
and
right.
Neil Brennan said, nobody cares about the jokes. They only care about what you say about yourself. And this guy wrote Chappelle Show, for Christ's sake, like one of the funniest comedies in the world.
Yeah.
And if that guy says, hey, nobody cares about the jokes, it's up to you to then turn the knob on the emotion and give people something that they couldn't get at the Stand or the Cellar near a comedy club. And so that's what I've been doing. And so you saw it, when was the last time you saw it? January?
It was before this 6-week
Yeah. So that was when now we have graphics.
Yes.
Like all that stuff was gradual and then all at once.
Okay, so now I know you're working with his director.
Yes.
Hassan, almost famously has sort of this like AV thing going on, and then you incorporated this AV thing, which sometimes worked to just, it was such perfection. It just kind of moves some story beats along a little bit, some visual elements.
New chapter. Hey, we're at school now. Here's a classroom.
Yeah,
Hey, we're in Scotland
yeah.
now. Here's a window.
Oh, actually, one other thing. From Homecoming King specifically, there is one joke parallel because you get asked about, hey, are you still...
You still think about them? Yes. I recently rewatched Homecoming King and I saw that same parallel.
Yeah.
And he's also around 30 and I'm like, oh, okay, like we're working kind of through similar things.
Yeah.
And one of the things Greg always says is, what did this make me think? How did this make me feel?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can answer those questions, so now there's a moment in the show where I say, I wish I had said blank. I wish
Dude,
he had said blank.
Wow, I love this.
And that is a tweak that he'd given me that recommendation months ago. And once I finally was ready for it.
The moment in the show, the old show, that I liked the most, it's gone now, by the way, just to show you how bold some of these changes are. One of my favorite lines, one of my favorite parts.
Is it, I'm really hung up on the not sorry part?
Yeah, exactly. My favorite part of this show was he said he could have had us both.
Yes.
And it's very sad and somber, and it wasn't self-pitying, it was very real and very honest, and it's gone. The whole fucking moment's gone. And it was like, although I know I personally missed it, what's supplanting it like is really good. So, props to you. What is keeping you to keep this clay wet and to be bold enough to be like, I've been doing this show for 18 months, and here I am still willing to just, go with the flow and make these big changes?
Yeah. One of the things is there's so much that's not in my control. How do ticket sales go? Which press outlet writes about me? Who likes it, who doesn't like it? Who posts, who doesn't post? All that stuff I have no control. What I can control is, can I make the show a little bit better? Right. And so that's like the solace I take. And it's really fun to make it better. If you see the show again in a month, I'm going to be like, Rob, you shouldn't have seen that version. That version sucked. This is the new version.
This is the real one. So
when I started the show, there was 3 or 4 like seminal jokes of the show. Yeah. And they're all gone.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts? I got a bunch of theater tonight. Earlier tonight, I got to see Sam Morrison's show. You got
amazing.
To watch Sugar Daddy?
Yes, I've seen it a bunch.
Beautiful.
Yes. Great.
Awesome,
Great show. Incredible.
So I got a double feature tonight. I was super excited about. Okay, if someone is doing a solo show like this, about to embark on this endeavor or any other kind of big creative endeavor, and they get stuck along the way at any point, is there any time that you felt that, and what kind of moved you past it? Did it take time? Did it take effort? A new perspective? All the above?
The times I felt stuck was when I wasn't doing it. If I were doing it, I could always, good or bad, even if it was only for 5 people, I learned something. The times where I was like, I'm not doing it, I'm not going to do it for another 6 weeks, those were the times where I'd feel stuck. And then in terms of the writing, comedy's collaborative. The show was bad for a long time, and you can see that trajectory of like, he's not collaborating. Oh, it starts to get better. He is collaborating. Sometimes that's just running bits. Sometimes there's a couple of jokes that I just called a comic. Families like basic cable, friends are like getting more channels. That was like a bit I worked out with Anthony DeVito.
But on the social spectrum of high school, I was always like too straight for the gay kids and too gay for the straight kids. I was kind of like Spider-Man the musical. People look at me and they're like, who is this for?
For some of the emotional stuff is director stuff, and somebody else.
There is a humility. The level of humility that you bring to this is just so engaging and inviting and warming, and I'm not even sure if the audience realizes how much they're rooting for you until you drop certain moments on them and they're just like, how could you do that to Gabe? My Gabe? My little Gabe?
My sweet boy?
I think truly that is the mark of like a really good performer and performance and show that at some point you didn't realize it. You just got suckered in to just like falling for this Sondheim loving
weird guy. I'm weird.
Well, everything mattered and everything fit. Every little callback didn't seem forced. We were saying something specific about friendship in this case. And you, in combination with your director, DeVito, anybody else you've talked to or worked with, you've really done a good job of kind of zooming out and looking at this big picture and what you want to tell. For the time that it is left, assuming I'm a fast editor, we still got probably 2 weekends left of this show to come see. So please definitely come and see that.
6 months ago, I was doing this, I said at the top of the show, in Winnipeg, in a movie theater for 8 people at 11 in the morning. Yeah, just like keep working on it. It's really fun. And it should be fun. For a long time, I thought I was going to be an opera singer, and I never listened to opera by myself. And I was watching a lot of comedy. I was like, that's a pretty good indication of what you should be doing, what you do when you're not working. Yeah, I feel every day I do this. I'm like, this is what I should be doing. This is how I should be spending my time.
You're keeping it fun. I had a lot of fun tonight. So thank you so much for talking with me, man.
Thank you, brother.
Really
I love
appreciate
talking to you, man.
Yeah, one more time. Gabe Mollica, solo. And
Rob Ryan, see his stuff. He's the best.
Yeah, Rob Ryan MASCOT. That's what